The night was dark and silent, with only the faint rustling of leaves and the distant howling of a lone wolf breaking the stillness. The small town of Ravenswood lay nestled at the edge of a dense, foreboding forest that seemed to stretch endlessly into the unknown. The townspeople spoke in hushed tones about the legends that surrounded the woods, tales of restless spirits, ancient curses, and things that lurked in the shadows. In the heart of Ravenswood, there stood an old, dilapidated mansion that had long been abandoned. The townspeople whispered that the mansion was cursed, and no one dared to venture near it after sunset. But curiosity and a sense of adventure are powerful forces, and they drew four friends together on a chilling October evening. Emma, a daring and fearless young woman with a penchant for the supernatural, convinced her friends to join her on an expedition into the haunted mansion. Jake, the skeptical jock, Lily, the timid artist, and Max, the intellectual bookworm, hesitated but eventually succumbed to Emma's persuasive charm. Armed with flashlights and a mixture of excitement and trepidation, they approached the looming mansion. The creaking gate swung open with a haunting groan as the friends entered the overgrown garden. The moon cast eerie shadows on the mansion's facade, making it appear more menacing than ever. Emma led the way, her steps echoing through the silent night, as they crossed the threshold into the darkness within. The air inside the mansion was thick with an otherworldly chill, and a musty smell of decay hung in the air. The friends ventured further, exploring the decrepit rooms with faded wallpaper peeling off the walls. The floorboards moaned beneath their weight, and dust danced in the beams of their flashlights. As they entered the grand hall, a faint whisper echoed through the empty space. "Get out!" The friends froze, their breaths caught in their throats. Jake laughed nervously, dismissing the sound as their imagination playing tricks on them. But the unease lingered, settling like a heavy fog in the room. The group pressed on, reaching the staircase that led to the upper floors. Emma, undeterred by the ominous warning, ascended the stairs with the others following close behind. The air grew colder with each step, and a flickering light at the end of the hallway drew them towards an open door. The room beyond was shrouded in darkness, except for the feeble glow of a single candle that seemed to defy the oppressive gloom. The friends exchanged uneasy glances as the candle's flame danced in an unseen breeze. Whispers murmured in the air, indistinct but hauntingly close. Suddenly, the room plunged into darkness, and the door slammed shut behind them. Panic set in as the friends fumbled for their flashlights, their beams revealing a ghastly sight. The room was adorned with faded portraits of a family that seemed frozen in time, their eyes following the intruders with a malevolent intensity. A blood-curdling scream pierced the air as Lily pointed towards the portraits. The eyes of the painted figures glowed with an unholy light, and their twisted smiles seemed to mock the intruders. In the shadows, a figure materialized, a spectral woman in a tattered gown, her eyes hollow and filled with an ancient sorrow. "Leave this place," she moaned, her voice echoing through the room. "Or suffer the fate that binds me to this wretched mansion." The friends stumbled over each other in a frantic attempt to escape the room. The door creaked open, and they rushed into the corridor, gasping for breath. The mansion seemed to come alive with unseen forces, the very walls pulsating with a sinister energy. As they descended the staircase, a ghostly apparition materialized before them, a phantom child with vacant eyes and outstretched arms. Its ethereal whispers sent shivers down their spines. "Help me." Emma, undeterred by fear, approached the apparition, her heart pounding. "What happened to you?" she asked, her voice trembling. The ghostly child's eyes filled with sorrow. "We were betrayed, trapped in this realm by a curse that knows no end. Release us, or you too shall be ensnared in the darkness." The friends hesitated, their minds racing with disbelief and terror. The mansion seemed to tighten its grip on them, its walls closing in with every passing moment. The ghostly figures multiplied, their mournful cries merging into a haunting symphony that echoed through the corridors. Driven by desperation, the friends retraced their steps, guided by the ghostly apparitions towards a hidden chamber. In the heart of the mansion, they discovered an ancient relic, a cursed artifact that bound the spirits to the earthly realm. Emma, fueled by a determination to free the tormented souls, reached out and touched the artifact. A blinding light enveloped the room as the curse shattered, releasing the spirits from their eternal prison. The mansion trembled, its malevolent energy dissipating into the night. The ghostly figures vanished, leaving behind a profound silence that echoed through the once haunted halls. As the friends stepped out of the mansion, the first light of dawn bathed Ravenswood in a soft glow. The once menacing mansion stood silent and still, its secrets buried in the shadows of the night. The townspeople would speak of the friends who dared to confront the supernatural, their tale becoming a cautionary legend passed down through generations. But deep within the forest, the trees whispered, and the wind carried echoes of the past. The spirits were free, their gratitude echoing through the ancient woods. And as the friends walked away from the haunted mansion, a sense of peace settled over Ravenswood, as if the town itself had exhaled a sigh of relief, grateful for the courage that had broken the curse of the spectral realm.